Hey, what's up guys, Dan the Man here, and I'm here with a very, very special video and a very highly anticipated video by millions. It's my manga collection video for June 2020. I know I usually get about 50,000 to 100,000 requests for this a day. It's insane. I don't really know why people want to watch it so badly, but I'm finally going to do it. I did see on Twitter, I think it was 2 days ago, it was like maybe, I think it got up to like number 5 in the US on trending at one point, but it did get knocked down. So I think there's about maybe, I think it was 150,000 tweets about it the other day. So yeah, I really hope you guys enjoy it. I'm going to really try to make it special. So yeah, I love doing manga collection videos. I haven't done one in like 7 years now, so very excited. So thank you guys, and I hope you enjoy. All right, starting now. So I'm gonna start way up here at the top. I ordered this kind of by favorites in a way. Most of it for the most part is my favorite manga, and then my second favorite manga, and so on. So I'll get started with my favorite manga is Naruto. It's always been my favorite manga and favorite anime for years. I know, of course, there are better anime and better manga, but I have immense nostalgia for Naruto, and I still love the characters. I think the story, for the most part, is good. Of course, there are hiccups here and there, but this is also the first manga I ever started collecting. It was my first volume ever, was volume 1 of Naruto. I got in December 2011, so I have all of Naruto completed. I think I officially caught up to the volumes with volume 56, or around the early 50s, and so I just have such nostalgia of getting these manga volumes. I talked about earlier, I had my old channel, and for an insane reason, I deleted all my videos off of that channel. So now I would love to have watched, because I made pickup videos on every single manga volume I got back then, and so I could have seen every single video of me getting all my manga and everything. So yeah, whatever. I've tried countless hours trying to get them back, and I have a few of them. Maybe I'll upload them someday on as a special archive video or something like that. But I have very few, and none of the really early ones, so oh well. Next up, my second favorite manga and second favorite series in general is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I love JoJo. I mean, I've started watching that in, I think, early 2016, so not, obviously not as historic as Naruto is to me, but still, it's an incredible series. I love every single part. My favorite part is part 3, and then I don't know, I'm not going to say the order, but my favorite part is part 3, so I have all of these volumes up to date. It goes up to part 4, volume 5 right now. And yeah, I love collecting these. I've been collecting them since the first one came out, and so yeah, they're amazing. Next up, my third favorite series is 20th Century Boys. I have all the signature edition, perfect edition volumes up until 7, which is up to date. The 8th one, I don't know when it comes out, but might be coming out next couple months. Love 20th Century Boys. Relatively new fan to that series. I only started reading it back in January, I think. And yeah, I love 20th Century Boys. Incredible story, incredible characters, great art. It's my third favorite. So like that shows you how good. I just started reading it in January, and it wasn't a hype thing because six months later now I'm still my third favorite. Maybe years later, I don't know, it'll change, but I'd love to go back and read that eventually. Maybe once I get all the volumes when they come out, because I love these. I love the signature editions. I love those volumes. The paper quality. They're just the right size, so it's not like a regular manga volume, but it's big enough where it's not uncomfortable, or it's small enough so it's not uncomfortable to hold for a long period of time. So really like those. Then One Piece is my fourth favorite manga. Love One Piece. I just recently, as you might have seen other videos, I am finally have all my One Piece volumes now, up until 93, which is the newest one. One Piece, another series that I have a long history with, like Naruto, love One Piece. Amazing, everyone knows about One Piece, but I used to have all the volumes up until I think maybe 66 or I didn't have the camera pointing, around like the mid to late 60s. I kind of got out of collecting manga, and I maybe 3 years ago I sold all of my One Piece manga, and it was really stupid. I always would say, I never sell any of my collectibles because I always know I'm gonna regret it. But I just was like, fuck it, I'll sell it. But I don't know, I really regretted it, and so now I finally got it all back. It didn't take me too long. I spent the first half of this year to get it all, because I got really good deals on eBay and lots, and because I would buy lots even if I had some of the volumes in there, and I would just sell the extra volumes that I had, and so I was able to get really good deals on basically it all, and it just looks incredible all lined up. I love consistency like Naruto and other series do, but I also love the variation of all the colors and spines. It just looks so nice with One Piece volumes, and that kind of I feel like it really fits the tone of the series, which is, it's a great big adventure, and there's so many different colors, and yeah, it's One Piece, incredible journey. If you haven't read it or watched it or whatever, you have a lot to catch up to, but it's really worth it. I would not recommend watching all the anime. There's so slow paced. Even though Wano right now, the anime for Wano is a great paced. I mean, it could be better, but it's better than the rest of the anime's paced, honestly. So next up, Death Note. Love Death Note. I think maybe, starting here, I don't really know like the order of this is 5, 6, 7, 8. So I love Death Note. It's one of my favorite series. I actually have never read the manga. I've only watched the anime. I should really read the manga again. I rewatched the anime, I've watched it 3 times, but I rewatched it just last, or maybe, it was like about a year and a half ago. So it's still kind of fresh in my mind, but I really want to read it for the first time, and so I got the volumes for those, just because I love the series so much. Bakuman 1 through 20. Love Bakuman. That used to be like my second favorite manga next to Naruto. I was getting these volumes as they came out also, and I love the many, I don't know, people know about Bakuman, but it's not nearly as popular as Death Note, but it's still very good. It's about, a manga, two manga creators. One draws, one writes the story, and just goes through their journey to create a great manga. And Shonen Jump is actually in the series, which reminds me of a series that's currently going, Time Paradox Ghost Rider, and it gives me a lot of vibes with Bakuman. Also because 2 different people write it and draw it, or not in the series, but in real life also do that. So that's really great series. Love the manga covers for these. I think 20. I love the volume 20. Looks amazing. I think volume 10 is one of my favorites too. I don't know, I just really like those. So, yep, great series. Next up, Hunter x Hunter. I have 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 9. I love Hunter x Hunter. It's in my top 5 favorite series, but I'm not a big fan of the manga because, one, the art's, it's shit, and it's very primitive, but I mean, whatever. So that's one of the reasons, and I think it's just so dialogue and text heavy. In the anime, there's a lot of narration, but in the manga, I have to read all that, and especially, I don't know, I was caught up, a couple years ago, and I just, how sporadic the chapters are spaced out, but every time a chapter would come out, I'm like, oh my god, now I gotta read a novel. So every time, I don't know, I want the anime to come back so badly, but that's probably not gonna happen for years and years. I would love if he would just write this series and have his wife, who's the mangaka for Sailor Moon, or someone to draw it, because it needs to be finished before he dies, and I hope he never, he's gonna die, but I hope he doesn't die soon. But next up, Dragon Ball. I recently just got all of the 3-in-1s I got them all now. Yeah, so I think just like last week, I got the last, whatever, 5, I think, or so. I had, still need to get. Love Dragon Ball. I'm actually a pretty recent Dragon Ball fan, surprisingly. You know, my friend Cage, he loves Dragon Ball, and I used to be a hater, like, a hater because I'd be like, oh, funny, I don't like Dragon Ball. I just kind of like to poke fun that I didn't like Dragon Ball. Really, I didn't really experience it before, but I think I love the series now, and yeah, it's just awesome, so. And Super's great, too. I really love Super. Honestly, just as much as the original Dragon Ball. Next up, Blade of the Immortal. Great series. I don't have all the volumes omnibus for that. Omnibuses. I need, I think, what is that, 6? Yeah, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and then I'll have them all. Another series I read early in the year. These are extremely uncomfortable to hold. I mean, look at this. This is, I think, 800 goddamn pages. That's insane. 800 pages to hold, and you know, 800 page books, they're novels and stuff like that, but this is like thick paper, thick material. So that's just a little too much. I read it all online, but I'm trying to get the volumes because I love the series and the art's incredible. I've talked about it before on my channel. I think I done pickup videos / unboxings on all of those, or I think they were just pickup videos. I think on all of those that came out. So you can check those out to hear about the series. But this is not all of my manga, but this is my main shelf, and I just love the way it looks, the floating shelf. So I'm very proud of that. And yeah, I'm running out of room. That's the annoying thing. So like once, you know, it's literally, I can't even fit a single volume there. So once I get more, or a new One Piece volume comes out, new 20th Century Boys or Jojo or something, I'm gonna have to start moving Blade of the Immortal over to the other shelf. So let's go to the other shelf. All right, and this is also, I'm running out of room here too. So all of Pun Pun here. Pun Pun, I like Pun Pun. I don't think it's, I see the appeal in the series, but I don't like it as much as other people. I think it's too dire and just bad thing after bad thing happens. The art is incredible. It's probably like top 3 best art I've ever read in a manga. Like some of the panels are just photorealistic. They are incredible. They're stunning. I remember like this one panel. It's, you know, a 2-page panel of like the sky, and like the city. And it literally just looks like a picture. It's incredible. But I like the series. I just don't think it's. I get the appeal, but it's like, oh, it's very deep, and I just don't. I think it's a little over the top for how depressing it is to me. I have 1 volume of Monster. I have not read it. I want to read it. Might be the next series I read. I just finished reading Yu-Gi-Oh, which I love the Yu-Gi-Oh manga. It was great. But so that might be the next series I do. I'm debating if I want to buy the the signature volumes now, or just read it online and then buy them, you know, as they're coming out. I'm still debating on that, but I'm really excited to read that series. I have Pokemon Adventures here. That's all the Kanto stuff. And I like I've not read them all, but it's a good manga. I just don't really have too much of an interest. I love Pokemon though, so. Then One Punch Man volumes 2. Man, you can really barely see that at 1 second. I need a light. All right, this is very abrasive, but volumes 1 and 2 of One Punch Man. I love One Punch Man. I've only seen the anime. I've never read the manga, but One Punch Man is definitely a good series. We'll see if I ever collect more of the volumes. But volume 1 of Haikyuu, I love the Haikyuu anime. It's in my top 10 favorite. I have 1, and then 2 and 3 and 4. Love Haikyuu. It's an incredible anime. I really recommend watching it if you like, you know, sports anime, or if you just like, you know, shonen anime in general. I just think it's really great. Really exciting matches, really great characters. It's a fun show. You really see the personalities of the characters, and yeah, it's the one season. there's one season that covers a whole volleyball game match, and not just one game but a whole match, and it's an incredible season. And by the end of it, at the outcome, I couldn't. I was just so invested. It is just awesome. So really recommend Haikyuu if you haven't. I'm sure people have heard of it, but I really recommend it. Black Clover 1 through 3. I was reading this as it like around when it first came out, and then I read I think up to like 89 or 90 chapters as they were coming out, and I just kind of dropped it one week. I don't know why, but I think it's a great series. It's pretty good. I'm actually right now watching through the anime because I wanted a long-running series to watch, and I was like, I'll pick up Black Clover again. So I started from episode 1, and I'm now past where I read in the manga. I think the manga went to like episode late 50s. So now I'm on episode 70, mid 70s. So I like the series. I think the characters are great. Story's pretty good for the most part, and I think the main draw is the characters and the character interaction. I really like the comedy's good too in it. So Kurko's Basket, or Kurko no Basket, I don't like the American name or the English name or whatever. It's like they're 1 and 2 or 2 and 1 volumes. I love the anime. I've never read the manga. Maybe someday I will, but I think this one is like sports anime. Same with Haikyuu. I kind of think the anime is just going to be superior because the motion and the action. Of course, most shonens have action, but I don't know, something about sports anime and manga I think is the superior version. It might be the anime. So someday I will, but Kurko no Basket is also in my top 10. So Naruto Rise of the Yokai Clan. I like this series. I did not finish it. These are volumes that I got as they were coming out back in like 2012 or 2013. Never finished it. I don't know if a lot of people, there's really a fan base for that, but from what I remember, it's pretty good. I just fell out of it for whatever reason. Toriko. I like Toriko. I don't think it's bad. Again, similar with Naruto Rise of the Yokai Clan, I just kind of fell out of it. These are more volumes I got back in the day. So I don't know. I know it's ended by now. I don't think I'll ever read the whole thing, but it's fine. Blue Exorcist, I like same thing. Like I like Blue Exorcist. I just don't care enough to keep reading or watching. I watched, it was the first season when it came out, and then I was like, oh, I'll check out the manga. And I watched the first episode when they brought it back of the anime, but I'm just not really invested. Barrage Volumes 1 and 2, same guy who is currently making My Hero. And I don't really care about those. I don't know why I have them. I like My Hero though. Uzumaki, I think it's a very overrated story. I think some of the parts are just so weird that it's funny to me, and it's not horror like to me because it's too outrageous. That's my opinion on it. Like, this guy's turning into a snail every day. That's just kind of weird to me. And I literally would laugh at I don't know. I understand the art's pretty cool. I understand the vibe it's going for. I just don't agree with all of the love for it, for the story and the horror and everything, because to me it's just a little too over the top. I don't know, that's just me. So maybe I'll go back and try another Junji Ito story, but I wasn't very impressed with Uzumaki, which sucks because I was really excited to read it. I have 1 through 4 of Attack on Titan. I love Attack on Titan. I love the anime. I probably want to get more of the volumes someday. But I really like this series, and the new season, the final season just got announced. I read up to the anime's past where I read in the manga, so I don't even remember what chapter I read to, but I really like Attack on Titan. It's a great series. That I hope. I kind of lost hype. Like, a lot of people, I feel like, they're like, it's Attack on Titan, it's cool, but a lot of people lost the hype for it. I hope it comes back for the final season because it deserves it. I think the last season was an amazing anime season. So, yeah, that's my manga collection video on my manga. Really happy with my collection right now. Once I finally got back all of One Piece, I'm like, now I'm really into this collection, because I was missing those One Piece volumes. I also had all of Bleach someday, at some point, and then I sold it. So I want to get back those because I love Bleach. I recently read through it all again and last summer, so I'm super into it again, and the anime's coming back and everything. So that might prompt me to want to buy the volumes again, but that's gonna be a lot of money. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed my collection video. I hope maybe if there's some series you haven't checked out, or I've explained it well enough or enticed you to maybe check out the series. I feel like a lot of these people have read or seen the anime for, but maybe a few of them, maybe not. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time in another video.